Good morning. A little bit surreal, isn't it?
Welcome to Date Night with Debbie. We're living through a time of uncertainty. The opportunities that we had before are now limited in access. That includes travel. The share I've received from everyone in feelings of lost, trapped, and depressed during this time of not being able to travel have prompted me to start this program. Let's change that. Let's escape to the beauty and tranquility of Mother Nature and explore another culture. At the same time, discover something in us that we didn't know existed. Travel is an education in tolerance and humility. It is also an investment in the future, your future, our future. So grab your favorite popcorn, I have mine right here, and pour a glass of your favorite wine, and let's make travel fun again. Cheers, let's go. Welcome to Turkey, an intensely rich culture of beautiful art and diverse heritage. Our first stop will be in Istanbul. We will then go south to visit the mystical place called Cappadocia, venturing east of Turkey to Ephesus for the history, and end the trip relaxing on the stunning coastal town of Bodrum. Now, let's escape to the Topkapi Palace. Here we are, hugging the Bosphorus. Topkapi Palace is the oldest palace in Istanbul. Construction took 17 years to complete. In the far distance, if you take a look, that is the first bridge built in 1973, allowing for travel between Asian and European sides of Turkey. The only country located between two continents, Turkey's become an important meeting point in history where East meets West. I've traveled to many countries, but yet have seen one with an exemplary showcase of Byzantine architecture. Hagia Sophia is one of the largest churches in the world, but most importantly, it symbolized peace, harmony, and tolerance in Turkey. It is now a museum and stands as a monument to artistic and architectural achievement. The wall of Hagia Sophia has several thick layers, but the paint portrayed a symbol of Christianity during its first 900 years as a church and later 600 years as a mosque, showcasing a blend of Islamic art. The head of this pillar here is carved from a single piece of marble. And here is a 2200 years old marble carved inside out and used as a water pitcher. Nearby, so let's make a quick visit. More than 20,000 blue Iznik tiles were used to decorate the interior, giving it its name. Or shop at the Grand Bazaar, or perhaps take a class at the University of Istanbul. Learning is a lifelong journey. Would you not agree? Part of the fun in traveling is to immerse myself in the culture. Something that is completely foreign makes it exciting for me. Until my visit to Turkey, I haven't been to a single mosque in my entire life. I was fascinated by the art of the one I've seen in Turkey. Süleymaniyye Mosque is not the one to be missed.
The mosque is a beautiful dome 16th century masterpiece created by the great Ottoman architect Sinan, whom Frank Lloyd Wright called the supreme master builder of all time. A note here for the visit is the mosque closes between 12 noon and 2 p.m. and again from 4 to 5:30 p.m. for praying, and so you will not be allowed inside. Afterward, wander to the outside for the stunning view of the Bosphorus. The sunset makes it even more perfect.
Many times when we travel, we experience what people call FOMO, fear of missing out, to some degree, especially of something that is characteristic of the destinations. I meant to grab the popcorn. So the Bosphorus cruise is the one that tourists miss the most during their visit to Istanbul. Only the longest cruise allow complete travel to the Black Sea and return to the city. It is like a reminiscent of Venice, yet you're in Istanbul. The Bosphorus cruise takes you back in time. You can go by public ferry or private boat. The experience at night is something else, as the lights are lit up along the bridges and castles.
In the background, you will see the Euro Castle. Its length of 500 meters parallel to the Black Sea. It is an important landmark in that it was one task to control entrance into the Bosphorus. Once getting off on the last stop, you will have 2.5 hours to hike to the top of Euro Castle and take in the panoramic views of the city below. The hike is only about 30 minutes long. There are cafes and restaurants along the way if you want to stop, have lunch, and enjoy the view. Even shopping. Once at the top, be sure to walk around the bend to find this graffiti door. Knock and someone will open. Behind this door is the stunning panoramic view of the Bosphorus. Complete the adventure with an afternoon tea at the Shangri-La Hotel, which is located right across from the station. Have a snack, watch the boat go by, and enjoy in a reminiscent of a bygone era.
Where you go is important, but where you stay might be a destination of itself. A hotel or resort, a vast landscape and leisure space with all the luxury and comfort could make or break the trip. A hotel that gives you an immersive experience of the country and culture is the best of all.
Welcome to the Swiss Hotel the Bosphorus, a beautiful ground of 65 acres of garden, including 1.5 kilometers of the walking path and a direct view of the Bosphorus. This means a ceiling-to-floor view of both beauty in every single room. For the best nightlife in Istanbul, let's go to the rooftop.
Luxurious stay with the resort feel of the city, yet an Ottoman palace. Welcome to the Siragan Palace Kempinski. It was once the residence of Sultan Abdulaziz. It is now a 5-star hotel. Guests could arrive by boat directly from the Bosphorus or helicopter as wished. Let's open the door and see what we find.
Oh my.
Ben onu biliyordum. Çok acık ne? İletemedim daha.
The person that made it happen is Hasine from Minder Travel.
Step away from the Bosphorus and into the heart of Istanbul. Park Hyatt is a choice of luxury, comfort, and convenience. The property is central to all shops, restaurants, and nightlife. Dining is always exciting in a different country, isn't it? The Ritz-Carlton is 5 minutes walk away, so let's go and check it out. Guess what? The Bloody Martini you see here cost me $13. And so did the Sear Alaskan Halibut. Isn't that strange? The sandwich at this casual cafe cost $10. Now, I should have gone back for that halibut. Well, Istanbul, it has been a pleasure.
How's your wine? You haven't fallen asleep on me, have you? Do you have a favorite moment in our journey so far? It was just last October when I visited Turkey, but it felt like just yesterday for me. The best is yet to come. Our next stop is going to be in central Turkey, a mystical place carved through layers of volcanic tufa and tempered through wind, water, and snow. Cappadocia it is, one of my favorite places in the whole world. The place is known to evoke magical feelings with its fairy chimney, cliffside pigeon houses, valleys, and underground city like no other in the world. The hotel here, Argos Hotel, is a destination of itself.
Welcome to Argos of Cappadocia. Imagine steep hillside, cobblestone streets, fairy chimneys, and giant rocks in layers of volcanic tufa. Explore the ground with breathtaking sight at every corner and the jovial spirit of greeting village dog, cats, pigeons, and birds along your walk. Or stop by the cafe for a glass of wine or lunch. Enjoy the warm sun and the stunning view. You might have to pinch yourself to believe that you're actually here. Made up of 7 mansions, you will find monastic cave rooms or suites for a stay in an ancient medieval setting. The wine and the fruits are all from the surrounding garden. Continue the day until the moon rises high above the sky. Awake early the next morning for a once-in-a-lifetime experience that will leave you breathless long after your departure. The hot air balloon in Cappadocia.
Was Wasn't that a surreal experience? Nowhere else in the world to experience a hot air balloon ride and the sunrise against such a stunning backdrop. But there's more in Cappadocia.
You will see hillside and valleys with distinctive pigeon houses whose value is comparable to a bank account nowadays. The bigger the pigeon houses, the wealthier is the owner. Now, let us go back to the experience of living during the 10th to the 13th century. Here at the famous Bodrum Open Air Museum, you will find the best example of Byzantine art in Cappadocia and rock-cut churches with frescoes and paintings. We are touring what it looks like caves, but it is not. These are monasteries. This one here, and behind is for the nun. That one over there, that's for the monks. Last residence was in 1454.
Welcome back to the modern day of 2020, the wonderful pandemic, and the unforgettable COVID-19. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to go there. This is our night to escape to faraway places. So back to the Jerome. Each cluster of the rock is like a mini village representing individual ethnic group, whether it be German, Italian, or Chinese. This is a refuge, a religious refuge, so everyone made the effort to maintain the peace despite the animosity among the groups. If you think living in rock-cut churches was difficult, wait until you tour the K-Malik underground city.
Houses were constructed around nearly 100 tunnels in underground. Everything needed for daily use, from cellar to storage areas and stable. The city has 8 floors, but only 4 are open to the public. Here is the actual door used back then. I'm very grateful I do not have to do that now. This tunnel was built first in 2000 BC out of the volcanic ashes. So this is where they stored the food.
I can hear it. Yeah.
Notify the people in case of emergency situations. So,
This is how it's like to live back then in 2000 BC. So folks, that is about 6 feet height. Be prepared.
Whew, that was a relief to be out of the tunnel. To be honest, it did feel claustrophobic at some point. The people with asthma or serious medical condition might want to think over before taking the tour. We exit one century, only to enter another one that's even more amazing.
Turn your clock back for a walk through time of this Roman provincial capital, Ephesus. History comes alive as you walk past squares, baths, and monumental ruins reflecting centuries of bygone days from classical Greece to the Roman Empire. You will also see these beautiful stray cats along the way. The most notable piece here is the Celsius Library. The reconstruction took nearly 17 years to complete, entirely in marble for 70% of the original material. Ephesus is one of the largest and best excavated cities of the ancient world, so it is patrolled at night with armed guards to prevent theft.
Behind me, you will see the house of Mary that was discovered by the Lazarus priest in 1906. This house was believed where Mary has come here to stay during for protection after Jesus Christ was crucified. The house was reconstructed in 1954 using original material. This place has an easily 1 million visitors per year.
How are you doing? I took the earliest flight out of Turkey and made it back here on time to be with you. You don't believe me? Well, let's get back to our date night. Exploring Istanbul and Cappadocia was tons of fun, but how about relaxing by the beach or on a yacht for a change? Any trip with memories of the ocean is a good one, right? Many of the hotels where I stayed during the trip are destination themselves. Kempinski, Barbaros, Bay Bodrum is no exception. You will find many misty mornings at this tranquil oasis. A 10 minutes drive from Bodrum, you will escape to a ground as luxurious as private for an affair of your own here. The hotel's vast landscape and leisure space, including private beaches and sun deck, will keep you on cloud 9 until your last day of departure. Past guests have included royal, diplomat, myself included, although I was more on duty than for pleasure. Here is the hotel private boat dock, should you want to make a quick escape to the island of Kos in Greece that is only 40 minutes away.
The sun deck is available to guests, so if you have reception, this could be reserved for your party as well. And there would be the beach.
Un jour on va y voyager, dansant la vague sans arrêter, sans arrêter, sans arrêter.
What's better than a gourmet lunch on a private yacht in the Aegean Sea, but you can also have your favorite It's so cold, I'm scared to go in, but I really want to because you can see the fish.
Thank you for joining me on this date night. I hope you
enjoy our journey together, and I was able to take you away from the current stress for a brief time. The world is your oyster. Create the journey you want to travel and live by, because life is short. Make notes of the places you want to go and write them on paper. However brief and simple you want them to be, but doing so activate the process of something beautiful and positive. This cultivates hope and dream of an event, a milestone that you could look forward to and celebrate the day it happens. Check out the website to guess what country we will travel to next month. I will post one picture for you to guess. Until then, see you next month for our date night with Debbie.
Sans arrêter, sans arrêter.
Cheers!
Sans arrêter, sans arrêter.